Most Christians are familiar with the concept of a catechism or catechesis, question and answer, teaching us about the Christian faith. But I think we don't always realize that the world is catechizing us, and it's especially catechizing our children. The world is giving our children a story. It's giving them a meta-narrative about what life is about. So you can't just hunker down in your inner tube on the lazy river and think that it's pulling you in the right direction. It's not. The world is catechizing our children. The only question is whether we're going to catechize them with something better.
As I've examined different children's curriculums over the years, some tend to be moralistic. You should be good, so be good, without any reference to who Jesus is and what he's done. Some are allegorical, that is, they usually with stories in the Old Testament. And other curriculums, they focus a lot on the big idea, but they take the story out of the story. The need then of the day is to take stories from the Bible that fit together into the biggest story and focus not so much on us, but on Jesus and how the Bible fits together.
What's awesome about it is you're going Old Testament all the way through to the New Testament, and we're not just cherry picking stories that are easy to tell. We're going through all of it.
When you think of children's curriculum, you're like, I know it's gonna have Noah's Ark, it's gonna have David and Goliath, Jonah, the fiery furnace, like you kind of know those are the stories. But people aren't going to be able to connect. What does that have to do with Jesus? How do they fit with each other? And so a good curriculum, I always thought, is doing both those things. It's like setting it in the big context, and then it's showing how it points to Jesus and the gospel.
And so what's beautiful about the curriculum and everything that goes with it, the videos and the memory cards and all the artistic things, is that this is a full-ebbed way of teaching God's Word.
The idea was to create something that wasn't fluffy and cartoony. It didn't talk down to kids. It was more sophisticated. It was heavily stylized. It's not necessarily going to look exactly like how it did or how it occurred, but it's still true. That's the goal with every page, is that I'm still trying to tell the truth.
We know some churches are really well resourced. They have like a huge resource library and everything you could think of, and other churches have nothing. We want it to work in different contexts and be as easily adaptable as possible.
So this just makes it easy. It's like, here, walk through this, read this, ask these questions. We can't be all the things as a parent or as a teacher, and so we're giving them some resources that just allow that just a little bit easier for them to be able to offer God's Word to the kids.
Whether you're a Sunday school teacher or a parent at home or even working in a small Christian school, your calling is to teach them, and we hope that this resource would be one of the best resources available so that that task might be completed to God's glory.
My hope would be that Sunday school teachers feel like they can really be present in the room, engage relationally with the children, and then have this curriculum that the part of the body that's gifted in it has created for them, and they're offering it to the children. And so just all together, we're working and building up the next generation.
This overarching story of a holy God who's moving literally heaven and earth to dwell in the midst of an unholy people. That is the biggest story, the best story. And our kids need to know that's the true story, and to live their lives in that story and for that story is why they're here on earth.